Hey guys, it's all that jazz. If you're new, we're on the road to 2K, so go ahead and join today by clicking that red subscribe button. Today I'm just going to be talking to you guys about some of the activities that I do with our kids. I'm going to be inserting like clips and things of the activities that we've done, but I'm going to just put some of the things that you guys can do if you're interested in trying this with your toddlers. My twin boys are 3 years old now, so I've been trying to do hands-on things and getting into sensory things as well. Going into this, I want to use the stuff that we already have, because you go on Pinterest, you go on TikTok, you go on Instagram, and you feel like you need like a whole sensory table, you need a whole daycare setup to be able to teach your kids, or that it has to be just on paper and boring, and it doesn't. It could be simple activities. So that's what I've been trying to work on finding and doing with them, so that I don't feel like, oh, I need to go buy this, I need to go buy that in order to make this happen, in order for them to be learning. Some things that starting with is like letters, and they're really getting the grasp of identifying letters. So when we go through letters, I try to make sure we understand the sound so that we can then begin reading. Eventually, I do want to take their education seriously within the home, even if someone else is teaching them, and just have them be like hi, like that's what most parents want, right? Like I want people to teach my kids things that I don't know, like, you know, education. And then I want to like expound on it, or just, you know, we're working on morals and setting foundations and confidence. Like, it's a lot that we try to implement in our home as they grow up, so that they can take that with them in life. I did like, this was just required glue, palms, or the pom-poms, whatever you call them, and construction paper. So they glued them on the letters, and we did like capital A, capital B, little b. So we just taking it slow, try to keep it fun. Another thing is shape recognition. So with that, instead of the palms, we've done stickers, and just like them understanding how to recognize the shapes, which they got down packed. They surprised me, because like I'll point out hexagon, octagon, and they be like, they'll know before I even say it, and I'd be like, okay, look at y'all. There's so much that they can grasp in just a small time frame, so they soak up like everything like sponges, especially at this age. So I just have them putting stickers on there, so that then after we will say like, what shape is this, circle, triangle. There are moments where they kind of like, like I don't want to do this, and that's okay. We just move on, tap out. That's really was in the beginning. Like, this was January actually that I started this year. I think I started like more so November, December is when I started being like, okay, let me take it seriously. We're not doing this stuff every single day, 3 activities a day, no, because I have a newborn now. Another activity that I did was learning numbers. So this time I wrote down numbers on construction paper, and they were pretty good at identifying it, but I try to make it fun where I put it on the table, and then I told them like, go grab this number, and then they would go grab it, and then I'm like, okay, run it to the other side. Like, I'm just using all of our space. This is in our leasing office, by the way. Like, just use what you have at this point. I'm telling y'all, like, once I got over that barrier of like, I need to have like a backyard, like, which will come one day, but like, I need to have this, I need to have all these activities, a sensory table, I need to have like a whole dining room, I need to have this. Like, once I hopped over that, I was like, you gotta use what you have, or you're just not gonna move forward. I had them running, grabbing, and like, go get number 7, and then they would race. Another thing I did with it was put them on the floor, scattered them around, and was like, okay, now go find number 3. So then one of them would find number 3, pick it up, and then go run it to the table, and, you know, just switch things up, and they really have fun with that. Another thing is using the easels. I have a bunch of magnets, and they're letters and numbers, a mixture. They don't really know like plus and minus signs yet. I had them in a sandwich bag. As they took them out, I had them identify like, what letter is this, and if not, then of course I'll just tell them like M, and then we practice the sound of M or the sound of O, or the number, whatever that might be. Far they got numbers 1 through 10. I'm really working on 11 through 20. We've done tracing, so I will use the boards, these tracing things that we have, and I will use the computer to show them the letter that we're working on or tracing, getting them used to that hand motion, even if it's not perfect. Another thing is life skills, like getting their own water. They've been cooking with me. They know how to get clothes out of the dryer, put clothes in the dryer. I got them cleaning the shower. They know how to help me sweep a little bit, vacuum. Like, we not playing. These boys finna be ready. Baby girl we're joining the crew, she about to know too. Good part about this time frame is, and the fun part is, it's hectic, y'all. It's chaotic, it's hectic, but I've learned, and I am learning, to involve them in what it is I do. Like, it makes things so much easier and more peaceful versus like they're going crazy and I'm like, okay y'all, stop jumping, stop running, blah blah, versus like now I'm like, all right, we about to cook dinner. We wake up from that, we about to cook dinner, or help me make lunch, help me make breakfast, or y'all watch TV while I do this. And we do have like a toddler worksheet where we're tracing lines and letters as well. Sometimes I use number blocks to do some counting as well. Another thing that I've done is we have a map, so I use their cars to have them drive to certain states and introduce them to like where our family kind of lives throughout the United States. Will we ever use maps? Probably not, because we have GPS. Still cool for them to know, you know, about the world and all the places that exist. Another thing is name recognition. So this was just construction paper. I literally just wrote their name out, cut out letters, and had them glue so that they can line it up and see the letters in their name. The thing, like I said, is sensory. So I've done like rice in a bin, literally palms in a bin with the rice, measuring cups so they can scoop in a mason jar. They use a mason jar and they just had a time, they just had a ball just scooping with spoons. It's something hands-on for them to do. It, like I said, it's so simple, y'all. Literally just rice, container, and a mason jar. Like, that lasted them at least 30 to 45 minutes. Kids are just like, they look at like, they're just like, what's next? Like, we just want to do stuff, you know. Like, this is a good age because it don't take much to entertain. They're not like, I need the latest shoes, I want to go to the theater, I'm bored. I remember being young, like, I'm bored, blah blah blah, like, I don't want to watch TV. Also, we'll do flashcards that I got at the dollar store, literally, where we're identifying like numbers and counting the numbers on the flashcard. I would like to start carving out more time to plan it out, but sometimes you just gotta wing it and you just gotta be like, this is what we doing. I'll just look up something real quick and be like, oh, we got that in the house, we can do that on our own. I don't gotta go to buy nothing real quick or plan out a whole 30-day, 7-day week. I would love to actually do 7 days at a time. I mean 3 or 4 days throughout the week where we have something. And imaginative play, I think, allowing them to be creative. Another thing is I've done like Canva. I was kind of making their own morning menu. And if you're not familiar, morning menu is kind of what people I've been seeing create for kids to kind of do when they wake up and to keep them entertained. So whether that's tracing, identifying, we also work on identifying the weather, and I really want to get the days of the week down, but yeah, the days of the week, the weather, our emotions, and numbers and letters and tracing, just a different, you know, a bunch of different things. She is up, so I'm about to leave, but yes, those are some things that we kind of worked on. Counting, finding the difference in different objects, things like that. So I'm gonna just kind of keep you up to date on that. They start school every blue moon. We do not go as often as I would like, but we read the books we have, and then we recently went to the library, so we've gotten some books, and sometimes they want to read it 2, 3, 4 times, and I'm like, ooh yeah, because then we go over we'll read the book, we'll read it a second time, third time, and then we'll kind of reference it throughout the day sometimes. So yeah, mama is out here dibbling dabbling in everything, and that's not, some days are easy, some days are hard, not just education wise, but as a mom, as a wife. I wish I could be like uber consistent on here, like that's really my goal, but if I'm not, it's because I'm probably really heavy in trying to be like a mom, a wife, me. Like, it's a lot to balance. I'm just gonna continue to keep you guys on the journey. So if you're still here, you a rider, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.